Indian Americans in Texas, a common question that I get, is there a way for me to protect my child's inheritance from divorce or from creditors or from bankruptcy and so on? So let's say that, you give your child $1 million. He takes that $1 million, puts it into his joint bank account with his spouse, later gets divorced, and all that money is up for grabs in the divorce, and you want to avoid that. You want to avoid his spouse getting half the money. Or let's say that your child gets $1 million, he puts it into his bank account, then he leaves the water running in the apartment, running late for work, floods the neighbor's apartment, gets sued, and then everything falls apart. Or he may file for bankruptcy for whatever reason, and all that money is again up for grabs. Is there a way to avoid this? Is there a way to give your inheritance to him in a protected shell so that everything that is inside the shell still remains protected? The answer to that is yes. You can do something called a children's trust. Think of it like a tube of toothpaste. They can always squeeze out the toothpaste from the tube. Whatever is out, okay, that is up for grabs. But whatever is left inside the tube of toothpaste, whatever they haven't used up yet, that is still protected, and that's way to draft it. There's a way to draft the trust so that their inheritance is protected from creditors, divorces, and bankruptcy. A lot of Indian Americans are not even aware of this option because a lot of these cookie cutter kind of estate plans where they just charge something extremely cheap, it's a fill in the blank template kind of thing. When people opt for such a trust, attorneys generally just don't have the time to kind of sit down and advise you. And with estate planning, the thing is you don't know what you don't know, so you need a lawyer who actually sits down with you, spends the time with you, and asks you questions about things you don't know to ask. So if you want to insulate your inheritance that you give to your kids from divorces, creditors, bankruptcy, then definitely consider a children's trust.